So I came across a Reddit thread about Rabbit Hole by Deco27, and it seems like people are making a big deal out of it. Everyone seems to have their own perspective on the song, and I think it's partly because the official translation didn't make much sense, at least to me. I also found out that people are misunderstanding one thing about this song, and I feel like I need to clear it up. Some seem to believe that the character in the song isn't Miku, but someone called Pure Pure. I think this started because of a fan animation of Rabbit Hole by Channel Cast Station. The title of the animation Pure Pure doesn't actually refer to the character. It's just a reference to the first line of the song. If you look at the original lyrics, it says Pure Pure, but for some reason, the official translation of this is Midden Midden. I don't even know what that means. Classic Deco moments, I guess. So Kosuke Terayama, aka Deco27, or pronounced Deco Nina, is the creator of this song. He's also the creator of these songs that you probably might have heard of them before. You'll find that most of Deco's songs deal with stuff like love, obsession, dysfunctional relationships, and deeper emotions. But the way these themes are handled by him is usually pretty subtle, so you still get that emotional depth and relatability. He's also known for throwing in sexually explicit lyrics pretty often. So one of his songs, Rabbit Hole, really piqued my interest. I was pretty curious about the lyrics, but the official translation again didn't make much sense to me. I thought I was just dumb, but turns out everyone else was having trouble understanding it too. So there's a thread on Reddit where someone was asking about what's Rabbit Hole all about, and I found this guy who had a lot to say about the song. Shout out to Prestigious Milk 889. Damn, this guy really knows his stuff. Though to be honest, he came off a bit nerdy. No offense, but his information was solid overall. I also liked this guy's explanation of the song. Shout out to Mr. Tumbleweeder. He says that it's about someone who takes relationships very lightly and hops from one to the next without much forethought, not because she falls in love easily or because she finds her partners attractive. In fact, she calls them instant lovers, and at various points tells the listener, supposedly her current lover, not to even try to inject feelings into their relationship or try to lock her down, implying at the slightest thing she'll drop the relationship and hop on to someone else. In fact, the song ends with dase or lame, which is what you'd say if you're displeased with someone. I think this explains why she yaps about love like it's a meaningless chatter and makes love sometimes just sound like something meaningless in modern context. She also seems to be mocking the idea of faithful, committed love in this line. So I guess there's no sincere or genuine love present in this song. I think it makes more sense when this guy said hops from one to the next without much forethought. It pretty much explains Miku's loneliness when she said that nobody is special, and when she gets lonely, anybody will do. The way Miku's face is blacked out in the music video when she said this line kind of shows how unimportant everyone is to her. I think Miku just has an addiction to lust out of desperation, using sex as a coping mechanism from her loneliness. The song basically shows how lovers nowadays lack commitment in relationships, but the term lovers here does not refer to romantic partners. It just refers to aromantic sexual people who likes to fuck with just about anyone instead. Also, there are 4 of Deco's previous songs referenced in one of the verses of Rabbit Hole, and this is one of my favorite parts so far. Now I'm gonna describe each song as briefly as possible. First is the Relationship Scramble, which touches on impulsive love. Then Undead Alice, which highlights emotional stagnation. Then Ghost Rule, where self-deception pretty much plays a big role. Finally, Hibana, which brings that push to keep going despite the confusion of all of these bullshits. All these references together kind of explains this whole thing going on in Rabbit Hole. I just love how Deco uses his songs to create such lyrics. Now again, keep in mind that there are a lot of different perspectives on this song. Personally, this is how I view it after spending countless hours researching and reading what others think about it. I don't really disagree with them. Everyone's got their own way of looking at it, and I gotta say it's pretty complex, like this guy who says that rabbits have a close connotation to reproduction, and if the speaker herself is the rabbit, then Rabbit Hole would represent a very clear innuendo. I thought the hole that Deco was referring to is I mean, by the end of the song, she said, love this hole more. There's only one hole that you guys love, right? And one more thing, I still don't get what this verse really means. So if you guys have any idea what it's all about, please comment down below to let me know. But according to this guy, he said that when we get this verse, there are 2 interpretations for who Sir Romantic is. I did get lost when he mentioned Sir Romantic, but I found out he refers it to Little Miss Devotion. So the 2 interpretation of this specific verse is that one shows romance has one last chance to leave, and the other is that Miku has one more chance to let romance in. I must say he explained it in an odd way, but I think I kinda get it. I'm just having a hard time understanding it. It's not that this is a big deal or anything, it just bugs me when the lyrics get too complex. To be honest, the more I research, the more it feels like it's kind of meaningless as love described in this song. I think I'm just gonna stick with everything simple. I doubt this video will even get to 500 views, but if you think this video deserves more than 500 views, hit that like button and comment down below. What do you think of this song? See you in the next video.